Love yourself. Our main focus is to create awareness, to enhance the knowledge on mental health and enable our community to stop stigmatizing the people facing mental health, because it's an issue about our feelings, it's an issue about our actions, it's an issue about our health and our space that we have in the community. We need to share this knowledge to ensure that all people in the community understand through their knowledge base from where they live how mental health can impact their lives and their livelihoods, not bearing in mind that it's not a sickness for a person that is rich or poor, but it's a sickness that affects our community. As long as you're born into this earth, mental health is bound to be with you. Just as we say, disability is bound to come with you if perhaps you have not been able to get polio vaccines and all that. So for us, mental health, we are using this space to create awareness in our schools. Why schools? Because in schools, we are able to impact our students with this knowledge in a basic form. Why the community? Because in the community, we are able to reach out through their own language, their own setup. Why the church? It's said that the church is about faith, and mental health is also impacted by the faith that we have. It's driven by the mindset that we get to derive our faith. And all this comes because mental space has been more and more neglected by not just the community, but even the government itself. You find every year they will give a budget, but mental health will never get that space, will never get that voice.
It is true, most people with mental illnesses are not taken seriously and are not seen as people in our country, sorry to say. And specifically for us, the ladies and the girl child, we go through a lot because like for example in the streets, these women who have those mental, that mental illness, they are taken advantage of by men. Most of them are even raped about, and it is so unfortunate that most of us and most of the people generally don't understand what mental health is. And for starters, it is basically like any other illness. Mental illness doesn't really say that you can't be a mother, you can't be whoever you want to be in life. It's basically a condition, and it's also getting treated. Through medication and through a lot of understanding and counseling, people are getting help, and it is possible for a person with mental illness to be a parent, and a good one for that.
We are just volunteers that decide to walk and tell people mental illness is a normal illness and people can go for help, because parents are sick, watoto pia ni wagonjwa, and even when we tell the parents not to hide the sick, they themselves are sick, because mental health affects one who is sick and even the one who is related to the one that is sick. That is why we are finding so many cases of domestic abuse. People are killing one another. Our young people are unable to withstand hurtful relationships because they have mental conditions. Kwa hivyo kila mtu ni mgonjwa, including our politicians. The kind of things they do, we know they are also sick. And I think it is time that we also put a requirement that our leadership also, before they stand for leadership positions in the country, they also get tested. Because some of the things they say, they are the first ones to stigmatize. They are also the first ones to do acts that are causing mental suffering.